Ratajski gets away from David Urbar, Luke Lee. These three looking kind of like the class of the field. Jan Ratajski gets the jump at the front. Looking very competitive in the stock final earlier. And, car looking a little bit loose as he backed it in there. And in fact, yeah, he's not looking particularly confident in what the rear of that car is doing. David Urbar may well smell blood. And we've got Michael Wojcik closing in on the back of Luke Lee as well. So some cars looking a little bit wayward out there in these slightly cooler conditions. So typically as the traction builds in the circuit, or as the heat goes in the circuit, certainly with a rear-wheel drive car, because they have a rear-wheel drive pan car, as they've got a larger rear contact patch, the balance always goes towards the back of the car, which would mean that as the traction comes up, it would understeer. So what we're possibly seeing now is, in these slightly cooler conditions, cars that were nicely planted earlier and are suffering a little bit with over-rotation. They can still be quick, they're just not particularly confidence-inspiring. So what you might be seeing, I think, with Jan and Luke are cars that were sort of optimised for the high traction that we had earlier, and they're just suffering. I mean, they're running first and third, but compared to David Urbar, David looking a little bit more confident with his car, so he's going to try and chase down Jan if he can. We're running with Jan just out the front of shot. If we can move one car back, there we go. That is David Urbar running in second position. David only getting himself into the A final, actually, with the last round of qualifying. He took the round win yesterday, a little bit earlier on than this, but took the first round of qualifying and then had a bit of a nightmare day, and actually going into the last round of qualifying today was in the B final. Managed to get a second place in the final round, which gave him his second good score, but until then it was looking like a little bit of a nightmare. David Urbar seems to have broken the resolve of Luke Lee. Luke has had a fairly lonely run so far, in third position. Just catching some traffic. I think that's Michael Freebel, actually, that Jan is catching. So Michael doing very well to make the A final here. Michael runs a bit deep and does a very nice thing, lets Jan through as well. Try as he might, doesn't look like David is going to be able to catch Jan, barring any kind of mistake.
Luke still in the 3 spot. Good lap for Luke there, 21.2. Personal best lap this one.
Luke Lee starting to find a bit of pace. He's done what did he do last time out? He's done a 21.3 compared to a 21.8 for David Urbar. So in fact, I think that was more a slow lap from David. Yeah, so he's kind of dropped back a little bit now towards Luke Lee. 2 and a bit seconds lead for Jan Ratajski. Let's pick up Jan again as we go into the final minute. There we go, that's Jan Ratajski. Our leader has led from light to, well, not quite the flag, because we haven't got to the flag yet. 2 second lead, though, as we've got, what have we got, 40 seconds remaining. So Jan Ratajski can afford to lap a little bit slower, afford to give everything a little bit of a margin now. Being a little bit safe as he heads round. Yeah, that was quite a lot of curb there for someone with a 2 second lead. Possibly more than I'd have been comfortable taking, but that's probably why Jan's defending European champion and I'm not. So, flicking through the chicane, what is this going to be, the last lap? Yep, this is the final lap that they're on. So Luke Lee closing on David Urbar. Luke is closing, but unless David makes a mistake. Oh, David does make a mistake. Luke right on him. David Urbar, and Luke Lee has a go. He tried. He had a go. Almost from Luke Lee. Very, very close to taking that one. So Jan Rathajski taking a comfortable win in the end there. Rathajski leads into the first turn. Notice that Jan did not practice this morning, so that was very, very confident, I think, of him. But Jan Rathajski leading from David Urbar. David right with Jan and looks all the way around the outside. David Urbar really showing his intent as they head off down the main straight for the first time. Slightly slow start then from Jan Rathajski. David Urbar all over him. Luke Lee just hanging off of the back of them as well. It's going to be a long 5 minutes for Jan Rathajski if David Urbar's got that kind of pace. All the way around the curb on the inside. David Urbar, they're very, very similar matched on straight line speed. But that's a lot of speed there into the carousel that David Urbar took. Jan Rathajski blocked his line. These cars are a little bit different. You can't really jam on the brakes like you can with a four-wheel drive car. Jan Rathajski a little bit slow on the apex of corners. The front three have made a bit of a break for it, but Jan Rathajski fighting a bit of a rearguard action. David Urbar looks like he's got some pretty awesome corner speed if he can make use of it. At the moment, he's almost too close to the back of Jan Rathajski. He's having to check up on every apex, so he cannot carry that exit speed through the corner and out and down it. Oh, little bit of contact there between Urbar and Rathajski. Has he given it back? Yes, he has. Luke Lee's wanting to get involved in this as well. So David Urbar giving that back. Luke Lee could be about to collect the pieces from this one. Down the main straight, Jan Rathajski still leading this one from David Urbar. Very respectful driving between the three of them. Everybody giving each other plenty of space, plenty of wiggle room. David Urbar over the curb that time. Jan's got a very small gap. David now having to fend off Luke rather than attack Jan. Oh, and a mistake there from Jan Rathajski. So Jan Rathajski off the end of the main straight just took too much curb and pitched that into the scenery. David Urbar now leading this one from Luke Lee, and I think that will be Andreas Stiebler up into third position. It is Andreas Stiebler up into third. David Urbar then from Luke Lee. That's costly for Jan Rathajski if it's going to mean that unless he can get himself back into the front, we're going to be going for a third leg final. So we'll keep you up to date on what is happening there. David Urbar having taken second first time out, a win and a second would be a pretty nice position to be in going into the final leg. Jan Rathajski will have his head in his hands. David Urbar seems to have a little bit of an edge over Luke Lee, although Luke coming back at him. David a little bit wide off the end of the straight that time. Let's just have a look as they cross the line what the gap is. It's a 21.5 from Luke. It's a 21.9 from David. Closed right back in. Luke now within half a second of David Urbar as they head off back down the back straight one more time through the kink. Heading up towards the carousel. Into the carousel. Looks like Luke's got a slightly tighter line through the carousel as we get further into the run. Straighter run on the exit of the chicane from David Urbar. Still about half a second between them. David Urbar about a tenth faster last time out. Next to nothing in it. Luke looking closer this time round. We're into the final minute. Little bit of a push through the carousel there from Luke. As he is trying. Oh, he's carried a little bit too much speed through the exit of the chicane there. He's lost out very slightly. It's not an awful lot. He's having another run or trying to recharge himself for another go at David Erbar. 30 seconds left in the background. Andreas Stiebler and Jan Ratajski closing in a little bit on this battle. Jan Ratajski puts a great move actually on Andreas Stiebler. Jan Ratajski back up into third position. Could this all change? If there would need to be some kind of accident in front, I think, with what have we got? We're just going to start the final lap. So they're on to their last lap. Jan Ratajski's got himself up into third position. These three have been the class of the field, but I think David Erbar is going to take this one just as they head down towards the carousel one more time. Luke Lee still running in second position. David Erbar takes the win then from Luke Lee with Jan Ratajski in third position. Into the third leg of the finals we shall go. Jan Ratajski leads away at the front of this one. Jan Ratajski leading from David Erbar. Luke Lee across the line in third position. Thomas Sovat fourth. We are running with Jan Ratajski, defending champion. David Erbar close in attendance behind. So Jan is the white, orange and black car. David the white, blue and black car. Luke Lee having a bit of a lonely, solitary run behind him in third position, but David looking like he's challenging Jan. David wanting past. David really challenging Jan as they go into the carousel. Slightly sideways there from David. This will be interesting. See, it's a slower lap this time round, but see if he can catch him or how quickly he can catch him. Jan will be breathing a bit of a sigh of relief from that one, but we're going to see what we can manage and if Jan can get anywhere near pulling away. Jan Ratajski, David Erbar dropping down the field. Luke Lee up into second position. So 21.5 from Ratajski, 21.5 from Luke. Just getting the overalls for this Formula class. Current overall positions then, David Erbar and Jan Ratajski with a win each. Jan Ratajski currently leading. So what have we got? We've got a, if this finishes, Jan Ratajski will take the title. I'm just wondering what would happen if Luke wins it. What would happen? Luke might have a chance of winning. Okay, so if Luke can pass Jan and do a faster time than David has managed, Luke Lee could end up here with the European title. Luke Lee then challenging Jan Ratajski. So this isn't just a matter of Luke winning. This would need to be Luke winning with 2 minutes remaining and setting a faster time. If Jan wins this, Jan is the European champion. Jan with a 1 and a 3. Luke has got a 2 in his pocket. In fact, they would all be... So let's have a look at this. So Jan Erbar has got a 1 and a 2 already. We got David Erbar's got a 1 and a 2. Jan Ratajski has got a 1 and a 3 currently. Luke Lee has got 2 2s. No, he's not. He's got a 2 and a 3. So if Luke wins this, he would have a 1 and a 2. They'd all have a 1 and a 2 if Luke wins this. So Luke could win this, and David Urbar still win. So this is where it gets really, really tight. We'll have to keep you up to speed. At the moment, it's academic. We're still watching this lead battle going on between Jan Ratajski and Luke Lee. So Luke aware that if he can get past Jan and take the win, he may win his maiden European title. Jan Ratajski knows if he holds on, he is the European champion. If Luke Lee manages to get past Jan, then David Urbar could end up with the European title, with all three drivers tied on points. So this is a big moment in, but and a mistake there. So, that was really unfortunate. What happened there? That's really, really worked out badly for Luke Lee. So what happened there was Jan Ratajski actually made the small mistake through the carousel. Luke backed off to avoid running into the back of him and popped the car over the curb and then just nosed into the curb. So, in fact, Michael Lee now in front of his brother, in front of Luke. Not sure if Michael will. It's quite a big difference actually between them. But Jan Ratajski now, time has expired, so Jan Ratajski's going to cross the line. Jan Ratajski just coming up towards the carousel. Jan Ratajski will cross the line. Jan Ratajski is European champion, so he retains his title. Andreas Stiebler second, Michael Lee finishing in third position.
I could see the emotions just hanging on to the balcony there. What's going on? How are you feeling?
I don't know. I feel very great. It's very unusual that I have emotions ever in my life. I think it's the very first time on the race. Crazy. This one was amazing hard. From struggle to struggle again, and then it worked well, and I struggle again, and it was so hard.
What have you been struggling with? Just the sheer competition out there?
Competition as well, for sure. David is always very fast, but first I have oversteer like hell. Then it was perfect. Then it started to push again, but I was like afraid to make it slippy again and spin out. And it was for sure the toughest race ever for me in F1.
Yeah, and so many people have been rooting for you on the stream. I know everyone's going to be happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.